So it's been a couple weeks since I've gotten to my Tuesday tips because with my HG coming back, which is severe morning sickness for those that don't know, with that coming back, and then with we had the stomach bug last week that lasted forever. So it's just been a while since I've given some tips. So I don't have a cleaning tip because I'm just trying to get on top of things again after the chaos of being sick. And I mean, I'm still pretty sick, so it's kind of chaotic. So I don't have a cleaning tip this week. My tip this week is called seasons. One of the best advice I keep getting is that I am in a season. I'm in a season in my life where I don't feel like I have my crap together. But the nice part is that seasons change. It's not always. So for those of you that don't know, I have 2 children right now. I have an almost 4-year-old, which is crazy. And I have about a 15-month-old, 14-month-old. He's a babyish. And then I'm 27 weeks pregnant. This pregnancy has been really hard on me. I was diagnosed with HG, which basically means I have to stay on medications so that I don't like throw up for days until I'm hospitalized, because I will end up being so low on fluids. And I had about probably 2 months there where I was really good and I was in a great place. And then it like came back with force. So I've been really having a hard time, and I have a hard time because I want to be this superhero mom that can do it all. But I'm not. I physically cannot do this all. I am struggling. I'm in a rough place, and honestly, some days like today have been it's been a really good day, but tomorrow could be a whole different ball game. So I really struggle with the inconsistency too, because part of me just wants to be like, okay, like I'm good now, but then I could really struggle the next day. So I've had to be in survival mode. My son has had to watch way too much TV with my son's behavior issues. He also has, my almost 4-year-old, when he watches TV, I end up with a really ornery, grumpy, mean child, and I hate it. Oh, I hate it. I hate like I know what's best for him, and I want to go out because like doing activities really helps with his anxiety, and like being busy really helps with his anxiety. But when I'm sick all the time, it really makes it hard. So the best advice I get is I'm in a season. I am not the perfect mom right now. I'm not on top of preschool. My house isn't staying 100% clean all the time. I'm grateful for my husband because he does come home and he helps me clean. Because I mean, even bending over can trigger my nausea even worse. So this season I'm in is not my best season. I feel like I'm in like, not the deep of winter. That was like a few months ago. I have now made it to like the March, you know, when like the snow is melting, so like you can see that there's an end in sight, but it's still really ugly. That's where I feel like I'm at. I still have a couple more months of being pregnant, and then I don't know what I'm gonna end up with 3 kids. That if I would have this baby like a month early, I'd have 3 kids under the age of 4, or 3 kids under the age of 3, which was not my plan in life. But I'm in a season. This is not gonna last forever. One day I'm gonna get on top of my crap again. So no matter what season you're in your life, you may be at the top season where you're in a great place. You may be at the point where that curveball was thrown at you, and I've had plenty of them in my life. I've had plenty of curveballs I did not plan on. I was divorced at the age 21. My husband and I have been married for 6.5 years. And our marriage has not been perfect by any means. We have had to fight and work for it, and we get in different seasons in our marriage. My kid, we have ups and downs. We have seasons where his behavior is really great, and then we have seasons where it's not very great. But it's not forever. It's not forever. It's not the end. Which, for me, also having anxiety and depression, and since I've been pregnant with Jamie, I also have suicidal depression that just has kind of stuck with me. And it's really hard when I get in a really negative place, because all those feelings come back of what a failure I am, and my kids deserve a better mom. I also know that it's not forever. Because I look back at my mom, who is an amazing mom, and we went through a lot of struggles growing up, but my mom loved me and she always pushed through. And that's what I want my kids to remember, is that I love them and I push through. So I'm pushing through my tough season in life, and I know if I can push through this tough season, no matter what tough season you get through, you can push through it too, because we all hit curveballs. I've been in a lot of places and a lot of crappy situations in my life, but there's always an end to that. And maybe yours isn't an end. Maybe you have a sickness that is chronic and it will last forever. And maybe you'll have a good day and maybe you won't. And maybe that's your season, is you have a great day and then a not great day. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had the answers, and I wish I had like a set date that everything was just going to get so much better for each person. But just know you're not alone, and there's an end. There's an end to everything, and there's a good end, and you can make it or you can break it. And so having a positive attitude about your season, even though it's hard and it sucks and I just want to whine and complain when I'm really sick, not the prime example of it. Just know you're not alone. Know you're not alone. Reach out to people that you trust. Have some good friends that you can say, I'm struggling today. That they get it. They get it. They're not going to call CPS on you because you you literally threw your kid a bagel and said, here's your lunch. That was when I had food poisoning last week and I threw up for 14 hours straight. Yeah, totally threw my kids bagels and said, here's your lunch until your dad gets home, because I was so sick. So, and I'm like, judge me all you want, but until you're in my situation, until you have my children, you don't know. And that's how I feel about everybody. I don't know your situation. I don't know your children. I don't know. And I can't be the judge unless you're like trying to kill your children. I may say it. I don't do it. But I really think that if we were all on each other's side and just cheering each other on, because your season may look totally different from your perspective, but someone else's season is still hard for them. This season is hard for me. And maybe your season is you can't get pregnant, which I don't understand because I haven't been there, but I know how hard this season is for me. And that's how I'm going to react and respond to you, because that hurts my soul, because this is hard for me. So that's hard for you. And I'm so sorry, because we're women. So we naturally do. We either want to have empathy or we want to be pissed off at everyone. So you get to choose it. You get to choose that empathy, or you get to choose to be that person that's bitter because you don't have what you want. And this pregnancy was not exactly a happy one for me, which has made it even harder because I did not expect to get pregnant, and I was at a really good point in my life, and I feel like it's knocked me down and given me a really hard part. Maybe people understand that and maybe you don't, but just know that your hard struggle is similar to my hard struggle, even though they're totally different. But we can all be on the same page that sometimes life just sucks and we gotta take that curveball and just go with it. So I hope that your season gets better along with mine. We can have good seasons together. So I hope you have a happy Tuesday and a wonderful season.